isn't a better priced metro market in Australia than Melbourne right now. No, Sydney does not have that. Melbourne is the cheapest metro city in Australia. Not by a little bit, by a massive amount. Cool. SMSFs.
Well, I think one of the things is, one of the structure that has benefited out of all of this is SMSF, because nobody has touched, they didn't come up with any, rules or reforms, proposed reforms around SMSF. So if you look at it from a layman's perspective, then I think majority of the phone calls or the queries that I'm getting is, I think we should start investing via SMSF.
100%.
Yeah.
That's what the smart people do.
Yeah.
So what you've got to understand is the difference from a self-managed super fund pre-May 12th to post-May 12th, no change.
No change, yes.
No change.
Nothing.
And then when you start looking at, so what's the CGT rate inside of a super fund during accumulation phase?
So the discount that you get is 33.3%.
Which comes out to, payable tends to land at about...
Yeah, so 10% of the total capital gain, which is like if you make
10%.
a 500,000 gain, like 50,000. It's
grand.
nothing compared to what
everyone else is paying.
Correct.
If it's $1 million, it's $100,000.
Yeah.
Which is less than the $700,000
exactly.
that we used there.
Yeah.
So it's more than half.
Yeah.
Yeah, discount. So not only is the capital gains super low, it just makes sense. For me, the smart play, if anyone's listening to this, if you haven't set up a self-managed super fund and you have more than $150,000 between you and your partner or your family and friends, whoever it is,
it's the right time.
It's the right time. Self-managed super funds for property acquisitions have just become very sexy.
Yeah.
Very,
Correct.
very, very sexy. You're not negatively impacted. You can buy existing properties and still only pay 10%. You can buy anything you want. You can get the gain. You can flick the gain on.
Yes.
You can buy, sell,
Correct.
because it's so cheap to do it.
Yeah.
Or you can hold on to the properties. But serious consideration.
Yeah.
Serious consideration needs to be given by everyone to set up a self-managed super fund to acquire property.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Just based on these changes, I think that's, if you look at the winners and the losers, I think the biggest winner, self-managed
super fund, yes.
150%. So, from where you sit, what is the biggest opportunity now? Other than buying a Melbourne?
You know how some people, they will have like really old properties.
Yep.
So they can, one of the benefit is like just demolish that property. So one of my uncles, he has like a bigger land, but he has like a really old house.
Yep.
So he was thinking of, demolishing it, and
100%.
then, he didn't do it. And now I think it's a good opportunity for him to kind of rebuild it, and then hopefully the prices will also go up, and and he will get all the benefits of the new build.
So let me explain that. So for me, the opportunity, because for him, that becomes an opportunity, but it kind of existed pre the changes because he already had the property. For me, as someone helping people to get into the property market, what I would see the opportunity is for people to duplicate what your uncle has done. So what that means is you can look for existing properties that meet council requirements.
Correct.
For you to either subdivide them or to build a duplex on.
Yeah.
Because what that means is when you buy that existing property, when you first buy it, you don't get access to negative gearing.
Yeah.
But once you knock that building down
Correct,
and you build the new duplex or whatever you do, subdivide, the new properties that are built, they do have access to gearing.
Yes. So that's, I think, one of the good things to do if the property that you bought is like really, really old. And yeah. So
I see that as a huge opportunity. There's obviously cost restrictions. You need a lot of money to do that, but that's a play. I see people making that play 150%. I also see investors definitely buying new properties.
Yeah, they will.
100%. That's.
But I don't know, like, if we look from pricing perspective, like, they might go for, like, something smaller, right?
Yeah, but so when you say new, you got to understand there's property types.
Yeah,
There's units, there's townhouses, there's villas, then there's houses.
Yes.
So, to me, where I see the biggest upwards probably push on pricing is at the affordable end. That sub 650,000 to about 350,000, and that range there. A lot of pressure. will come and there'll be upwards pressure.
Yeah.
Why? Because people that could afford $850, they're now pushed down to that price range.
Yeah, yeah.
So people, and they're good people. They've got good incomes. They're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
They'll now be buying in the price category that they weren't, price bracket that they weren't previously in.
Yeah.
So for me, I love affordable properties. Affordable properties are the ones that are most likely to cash flow positive.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Because you've got a small loan and you can skew the yields with a slightly more deposit, especially if it's a self-managed super fund. Instead of doing 20%, you can drop 30, cash flow positive all day long.
Yeah.
Right? Great yield. So I see, and then having investors merge down into that area of the market is going to create upwards pressure on the cheapest properties in Australia.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
So that'll also be regional properties. Regional properties. So for us, you buy Metro Melbourne
Okay, yeah.
units.
Yeah.
Or you buy regional houses. Similar
yes.
tax brackets.
Yeah, similar.
Similar price brackets.
Pricing.
The prices are very, very similar across those two.
But how far, when you say regional, how far, like, from the metro you?
Far. Proper
It's
regional.
like really far.
Yeah, far.
Okay.
Yeah. So not like Campbelltown, like far.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
So proper regional. Because you still want to buy at that bottom end. You know, in regional, you can still get in sub 300 for a house. Right? You can still get in sub 300 for a house. So the yields on that are pretty good.
Okay.
Right? Some of the best yields are in those types of markets. But a lot of people don't want to buy regional. They're scared by it. They're like, oh, well, who lives there? Well, not you, but some people
Some
live there,
people, okay.
you know?
Yeah.
And so the metro conversation is definitely something that I can see happening.
Yeah.
I think Melbourne's going to be a huge winner from this.
Right.
Just purely from affordability and yield. Buy properties that pay for themselves.
Yeah.
Negative gearing doesn't stress you as much. Yeah, look, for me, I think there's going to be a huge skew to cash flow.
Yeah.
So what that means is a lot of people want to just find properties that are at or near cash flow positive. At or near cash flow positive. They make, they're not putting too much money out of their own pocket. And what that means for us is we've got a lot of transactions that are happening now down in the Melbourne market.
Yes. Yeah.
Melbourne is the cheapest metro
Correct.
city in
I
Australia.
know, yeah.
Not by a little bit, by a massive amount. It is crazy what you can buy in Melbourne. More so in terms of where you can buy it. So you know that what you would call the inner ring suburbs to the Melbourne CBD, maybe 5-6 kilometres out. Like that ring, you can still get into it in, you know, 350, 320, 330.
Right, yeah.
Right? And the best yields that we're seeing down there is probably about 8.25%.
That's really good.
It's really good.
Yeah, I don't think Sydney has that.
No, Sydney does not have that.
Yeah.
Sydney does not. In fact, there isn't another metropolitan market that does offer that.
Oh, really?
Because the buy prices are so low.
Right,
You're
yes.
getting in the threes. You might spend a little bit more and you're spending early fours. But that's cheap. Cheap.
Right. Why, like, just a question for a buyer's agent, right? So why do you think Melbourne market is like that?
Melbourne is at the stage of the cycle where Perth and Brisbane were 5 years ago. What does that mean? So I'll explain that to you. Because Perth has been very sexy lately. Perth, Perth, I know people made so much money. But here's why. From 2010 to 2020, Perth moved 10% in 10 years.
Wow.
So the market was suppressed. So you got to remember, property is cyclical. Property's a cycle.
Right.
People say properties never go down. It's not true. Property prices fluctuate.
Right.
There's periods of growth and there's periods of flatlining and there's periods where the prices are subdued. But what happens is, what people don't realise is what was once sexy becomes unsexy. And what was like the ugly duckling of the property market becomes sexy again.
Right.
And the reason for that is when the property cycle moves. So, you know, we were putting people into Queensland. You know, 2017, you could buy sub 400,000, you buy a brand new house and land package.
In Queensland.
2017. Right, that's $1 million now.
Right, yeah.
Right, that's $1 million. So the market has moved.
Yes.
Right? Even the units. I remember 2017, 2017, 2018, you couldn't give away units in Brisbane. Impossible. No one was buying them. In the CBD of Brisbane, massive oversupply.
Wow.
You could get a phenomenal $200,000 plus discount, but no tenant because of the oversupply. right?
Yeah.
But what people don't understand is oversupply, undersupply, temporary, it changes. Because what happens is when there's an oversupply and they stop selling, development stops.
Yes.
And development could stop for 5, 6, 7, 10 years.
Yeah.
And then eventually that leads to undersupply.
Right.
Undersupply leads to increase in prices.
Yes.
So what's happened down and so when the markets, when nothing's selling, the feasibilities don't stack up for the developers. They can't get projects out of the ground. They can't build more properties because it's no longer profitable. So there's no new projects. And eventually with migration and people moving in, the stock gets absorbed.
Yes.
And there's no longer oversupply. Right? It gets to a point where the market's on an even keel, but people keep coming. Still no new properties, and eventually undersupply.
Oh, okay.
So that's where Melbourne is at now, right? Most of the developments don't stack up, so there's no construction. You know, they're saying the fall from the 10-year average down in Melbourne from an apartment perspective, it's down 80%. In terms of construction, it's down 80% in terms of approvals. So nothing new's been built. There is no new supply. And eventually supply gets absorbed. A lot of migration that goes into Melbourne. And so right now on a spreadsheet, Melbourne is very sexy.
Right, okay.
8%, 8.25%, 7%. Right? Even just hearing those numbers, you're like, wait a minute, I can get a loan for 6%. And I'm getting 8.25%.
Correct.
If I've got low on costs, that's cash flow neutral or positive.
Yes.
Right? So if you get the right dwelling, that's cash, it's paying for itself. So what happens is Melbourne prices haven't moved.
Right.
We're putting families into properties where they're buying it cheaper than the last person purchased it.
Right.
8, 9, 10 years ago.
Wow.
So the uneducated, they're like, oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
It's like, really? That's bad? So you'd rather buy a property where you're paying $1 million more than the last guy?
Yeah.
How's that a good deal?
Yeah.
No, because they want evidence of growth, because that tells me that it's going to keep growing. Or what it tells me is it's probably near the peak of the market, and you've missed the growth. So the last guy made all the profit, and you're paying the highest price. You've got to wait to the next cycle to get your uplift, right? Whereas I want to buy the property that's just been through the tough part of the cycle.
Yes.
It's been through the market correction. The market's been flat and down.
Yeah.
So I go in and I'm buying a property today in 2026 cheaper than the guy who bought it in 2016. We put one guy into property $170,000 less than the last guy.
That's a really good deal.
So what exactly? If someone said to you, would you want to buy a property at 2016 prices? What's the answer to that?
No way, no.
Right. Yeah. So the goal is you want to find properties that are undervalued.
Yes.
You want to buy into a market that has future growth, not past growth.
Yes.
The growth is about to arrive.
Yes.
You also need, supply restrictions. You need affordability. There isn't a better priced metro market in Australia than Melbourne right now.
Right, okay.
And we do this all the time. We put it onto the page. We look at it a lot.
Yep.
Right? So people will buy those properties. Investors can still buy those because they're cash flow positive.
Yes.
They stack up.
Yeah.
And the money will flow towards those. Because you don't need the gearing benefits. Because it pays for itself.
Yep.
And if it's paying for itself and you've got to wait a little bit for some growth, who cares?
Yeah. That's right.
It's only when you're paying $200, $300, $400, $500 a week out of your own pocket.
Yeah, then it's difficult.
Yeah. That's when husbands and wives don't like each other anymore. And the wife says, I thought you said we were going to be rich.
Yeah, and here we are. So
she's
poor.
like, and the husband's like, yeah, we got 3 properties. And she's like, yeah, but we can't afford anything. We can't buy anything. Life is terrible. Bad decisions. Okay, and so what's your final take? Like if you were to summarize all of this, what would you say to people that are out there a bit scared, a bit worried about the changes from the government?
Yeah.
What's your message to them?
I think the rules will just come and go, right? Because at different times there will be different rules, right? You cannot control them. So government is the one who is controlling. But then if you are really into investing properties, then think about it, negative gearing. It's not that bad. You can at least carry forward and apply it against your future capital gains or future the rental incomes. So if you really think that, there's a high potential of capital growth in that area, I wouldn't mind just, putting away like $50, $100 out of my pocket every month to buy that property. That's my take. And properties always appeals to me. But then again, looking at personal scenarios, you'll have to make your decision. And I can help you with that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And look, my take on this whole issue is most people are going to sit on their hands and do nothing.
Okay.
Most people are going to be like, most people are going to be worried. They're going to be scared. And when people are scared, they do nothing. Because they feel like doing nothing is the safest place.
Yes.
And that's where people like me, that's where, you know, families that are a part of TMAP, that's where the opportunity emerges.
Yes.
The opportunity is while everyone else is fearful, you take action and you move your chess pieces on the board.
Correct.
Because if the auction clearance rates are at 30%, that presents a wonderful opportunity as a buyer.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, we are in a buyer's market.
Yes.
And in a buyer's market, the buyer dictates the terms. The buyer negotiates aggressively on pricing.
Yeah.
It's like, well, just go sell the property to someone else.
Yeah.
I was speaking to a student the other day, first homeowner.
Yeah.
First homeowner.
Right.
And there's a property for sale. She saw it. She made an offer, lowball offer. And the agent was like, no, we can't do that. We want more than that. She's like, no, that's all I'm willing to do. Then she calls me. She's like, oh, Massey, he reached back out to me. I said, yeah, great. What did he say? She said, he said, come into the office. I said, don't do that. I said, he wants to get you into the office and he wants to negotiate with you. And he will hammer you and you will pay more than what you want to pay.
Right.
So control the negotiation by doing it only on text or email. Right?
Yep.
And stand firm. He was like, come into the office and we'll figure out the deal.
Yeah.
I was like, no. Tell him I'm only coming into the office once we agree.
Right.
My offer is this.
Yes.
You know, so it was 405,000, you know, subject to finance, etc., with all the terms that she had in there. And he said no again. He contacted her the following week. You know why? Because there's no one else on the property. It's just her.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well, you know, because he, you know, people who are selling try to create fear of loss.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, well, you know, we've got an open home coming up this week.
It's
like, well, wait for your open home, but no one buys it, call me back. Oh, what happened? No one bought it? Okay, well, my offer stays the same.
Yeah.
So she was like, just come in and sign the offer, and if no one buys it, then we'll see if we can submit it. I said, no.
Don't do
Send
that.
him an email and say, I will only come into the office once you send me in writing that my offer has been accepted by the vendor.
Right, okay.
And by then his tone towards her had changed because she's early 20s, young, sweet, lovely young girl. She'd saved, you know, 30, 40,000. She's ready to buy her first property, join Teach Me About Property. And she's out there getting overwhelmed in the property market, not sure what she should do.
Oh, how exciting.
And so she's out there, she's trying to negotiate, has no idea how to negotiate. And he sees her, easy mark. I'm going to chew her up, spit her out, I'll get her to spend more money. By the end of that transaction, towards the end of that, his tone to her had completely changed. He's like, the troublemaker. Because all of a sudden he's got to start respecting her because she's just firm. But he doesn't know he's calling. She's having a conversation with TMAP and helping her to get through the process.
Yes.
So she was in a position where they finally agreed under all her terms at the price that she wanted.
That's good. Yeah.
And that is what a buyer's market represents.
Right.
Making offers below what the current price is. Buying properties below market value.
Wow.
You make money on the buy.
Yes.
You're not waiting for capital growth. You make money today because you're buying the asset for less than what it's worth. So you can do, you know, RP data, you can see the value. You're paying less than what the current valuation is. Instant equity.
Yeah.
And under the terms that you want. I only want to pay this much deposit. Whatever the terms you want to negotiate that are favourable for you, make sure they say yes to that. If not, go and call the other people that you don't have.
Yes.
That aren't trying to buy the property that you've got for sale. Which is why you're calling me for the fourth time.
Yeah.
So these are wonderful market conditions for buyers.
Yes.
So in a buyer's market, be the buyer.
Okay. All
so that's the big message. All of this creates fear and doubt. Fear and doubt, most people will sit on their hands. They get scared and they're like, you know what, I'm just going to wait a year to see how this all plays out. Well, just remember, nobody scores a try sitting on the sideline.
Yeah.
Nobody wins when they're on the sideline.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So for us, this is the time where we get super excited and we take massive amounts of action.
Right.
This, to me, feels a lot like COVID. In COVID, we had families take massive action when the rest of the world, no one would buy property.
Yes. Yeah.
So they took massive action and they made hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because they took action when everyone else was fearful.
Yeah.
That's the exact same opportunity that's present today.
Yeah.
So we're very excited by that.
Okay.
So this is a time for the people who have the capacity to take massive action,
Right. Yep.
and you can create generational wealth for your family.
Right. So this is the time.
That's the time.
Right.
Okay, Anita, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for having us. Thank you for being on the podcast with us. And thank you so much for the service that you've been providing to TMAP students, helping them
Yep.
with the setting up of the self-managed super funds. So much positive feedback.
Oh, thank
Everyone's
you.
excited by it. They're thankful
Yeah.
for how easy you've made the process, how fast it is, and how quickly they're able to take action.
Thank you so much, and keep giving me the referral.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.